Going into the 2023 NBA Draft, Scoot Henderson was a consensus top 3 pick after playing with the G League Ignite for 2 years. Obviously, Wembanyama was going first overall, but Scoot Henderson had such high expectations that there were a lot of people saying that the Hornets should take him over Brandon Miller. Not because he was a better fit to the team, but because he was supposed to be a better overall player. This was because he was an extremely athletic guard that can jump out of the gym and create plays for his teammates. Also, going into his first season with the G League Ignite, he was just 17, so he was the youngest player to ever play in the league. And although his numbers were not mind-blowing, he was very young and had multiple really good games that showed off his potential. He even got a Puma signature shoe deal before he ever played a single game in the NBA. But fast forward to the end of his rookie season and things didn't necessarily go as expected. People were already calling him a bust before his rookie season even ended. You see guards like Luka and Trae Young play extremely well from day one, but for most players that's just not how it goes. For every Trae and Luka, there's a Dennis Smith Jr. When it comes to Scoot though, it's way too early to put a label on him. Yes, his rookie season has had some ups and downs, but there was still a lot of good that hasn't been talked about nearly as much as the bad. The first thing that comes to a lot of people's minds when they think of Scoot is his record-setting plus-minus games, and not in a good way. In the second week of January, he became tied for the third worst plus-minus in a single game at minus 56. And if you don't know what that means, it means while he was on the court, the Blazers were outscored by 56 points. It's obviously not entirely on him, but still it isn't a good look, and he was only on the court for 31 minutes. Then in a game against Miami, he finished with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Which is good, other than the fact that they lost by 60 points, and he actually broke the record for the worst plus-minus in NBA history. The previous record holder was a Cavaliers player named Manny Harris. And if you're wondering who that is, it's probably not somebody you want your third overall pick being compared to. Those games were all over social media, so that definitely didn't help him in the eyes of the public. It's also part of the reason he has the lowest box plus minus out of anyone in the league. To be fair though, 2 of his teammates are right there with him in the top 15. Scoot Henderson has shown he can be a good player and has a good amount of games backing it up. He's had 7 double-doubles with points and assists, and even did that twice while coming off the bench. And over his last 5 games at the time of me making this video, he's averaged 18.6 points and 10.4 assists a game. It also makes him the first rookie to have back-to-back games with 18 plus points and 12 plus assists since John Wall in 2011. Plus, he just had another game against the Rockets where he scored 30 points and shot 6 for 7 from 3. He started the season off a little shaky, but has definitely picked it up towards the end. He even set the rookie franchise record for the most assists in a single game with 15 against the Pelicans. He's also still really athletic. He's had some really nice finishes at the rim and multiple times went up for what looked like a layup and finished it with a dunk. And he's shown his ability to be a really good playmaker. We've seen him create plays for himself and especially for the guys around him. It's really the best part of his game, and it will definitely get better as time goes on. The more shooters he has around him, the better the team will be. He's 4th in points per game among the other rookies and is 1st in assists per game. He hasn't exactly been the player the fans were expecting to see, but there's still a ton of upside. I mean, he was the 3rd overall pick. In over 60 games, he's been averaging almost 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, which is pretty solid for a rookie point guard on a bad and injured team. In the NBA, usually rookie guards struggle more than other positions. Although his averages are good, his efficiency really hasn't been. He's shooting just 38% from the field and 31% from 3. One of the biggest question marks Scoot had when he was coming into the league was his ability to shoot threes. So it's not the biggest surprise he's not shooting from 3 at a very high clip. That allows the defense to play his drive way more and has ultimately made him less effective in the paint or mid-range. He's shooting just 42% from within the 3-point line, which isn't terrible, but it also isn't good either. It's about what Darius Garland was shooting from 2 in his rookie year for comparison. He's also shooting about the same percentages as another rookie guard in Keontae George. The other part of his game that has been holding him back is his turnovers. He's 12th in total turnovers on the season while being 153rd in total minutes played. For every really nice pass or 2 that he makes, he has one that is either forced or just shouldn't have ever been made. He spent a lot of his season figuring out what passes were and were not open in the NBA compared to the G League. He started the season in the starting lineup, but has been in and out for multiple different reasons. One of those reasons being he's had some nagging injuries really the entire year. Nothing too major, but just some small things that would keep him out for a couple weeks here and there. So on top of struggling to find his stride on the court, he's also had to refine his role multiple times throughout the season. Plus, I'm sure when he came back, those injuries were still bothering him to a certain extent because at times he just really didn't look like himself. I'm sure that's not the reason he's been playing like he is, but still it could be a contributing factor. And Scoot wasn't even close to the only person injured on the Blazers either. A big reason the team has just been absolutely terrible is because basically every player on the whole team has missed some time. Nobody expected the Blazers to be a really great team this year, but injuries have held them back a lot. They finished the season with a record of 21 wins and 61 losses. They had the worst record in the entire West. It also doesn't help that the West is absolutely stacked. I mean, there were 10 different teams competing for a playoff spot at the end of the season. And that doesn't even include the Rockets that were competing for a play-in spot up until the very end. This is technically the Blazers' worst season since 2005. So it's not like Scoot is playing on a really good and healthy team just dragging them down. He's trying to do his best on a struggling and rebuilding franchise. They clearly don't care about the season, and I don't even blame them for that. I would tank too. Although from what I'm seeing, this really isn't the draft class for that. I do give the Blazers a lot of credit though. They let Scoot get his reps. They're letting him play through his mistakes, which will really help him out in the long run. Although they aren't playing winning basketball, the team letting him learn from his own mistakes is a major plus. It's also why he's had some atrocious plus-minuses. Even if the team has zero chance of coming back, they're still letting him gain that experience, and I do respect them for that. But he has shown some improvements since the beginning of the season, and that's all you can really ask for at this point. Scoot had really high expectations coming into this season, which is the main reason people are calling him a bust. The media was hyping him up a lot, comparing him to a bunch of very exciting high-flying players. It also didn't help when halfway through the season he said to the media that he still wants to win Rookie of the Year. Look, I respect the confidence, but let's just say the competition is pretty steep. I do still think he will become a pretty good player. I know fans want the instant gratification of seeing a player change the direction of their team in their very first season, but no rookie can make up for all the ups and downs the Blazers have had this season. I mean, Wembanyama is a real-life superhero, and even he didn't turn the Spurs around in a single year. Give him some time to develop, and I think he will still be a big piece of the team's future. Will he live up to his draft stock? Well, we'll just have to see. But let me know down in the comments what you think about Scoot, and leave a like on the video to support the channel. Also, subscribe if you're new for more basketball videos just like this one.